Good afternoon, welcome back to Shigai, the last Shigai for the moment. If you saw my update video, you'll know exactly what's going on. I'm still working on it, so fingers crossed, but I do have something else coming up, so, look out for that. I wanted to kind of end this with a bit more of a bang, as it were. I say bang, I just wanted to do something really cool. So I built this cool train station. This is fully custom, fully PO, but it works. People come here, people visit the whole area, and mate, I absolutely love this. It took so long to do. I've had to take all this footage, hours and hours and hours of footage, and compress it under half an hour. It took ages, but you know what? It looks really good. I'm really happy with the build. It's a good way to go out with the series. Now, like I said in my update video, I am looking to get this up and running again. I reckon I can. I just need to work a few things out. So, and yeah, that's taking some time. But once I do get back into it, then we'll obviously end it properly with the university build. I will probably just go in, do the university, and then end the series, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get on to what I'm doing on screen, because if you want to know an update, watch my update video. The link will be around here somewhere, probably up the top, I don't know. Check it out. I go through quite a lot in there. This series, Project UK, the issues I had with that, and everything else I'm doing. So go check that out. Okay, so what I'm doing on screen? Well, I'm building walls. It's kind of self-explanatory, really. I didn't really need to explain that. So I had this idea of this PAO train station. I did one before. It did really well, and I love building these. It's just so cool to have this fully customized train station that is unique to your city and nowhere else. So I really wanted to do that, and it took me a while to find the assets I wanted and these walls and how I wanted them to look. And you'll see a lot of renditions of this build where I go in and I take them and I pull it and I change it and I do this and I do that, and it happens quite a lot. But the overall ending, well, you'll see. So, and it is fully functional. Trains do stop here. I turned off intercity trains because it is just a one track in. So it's a reversible track, two-way, so it goes in and then back out again. I didn't want too many people hogging up the lines. I already have train traffic issues in the city anyway. I didn't want any more. Now, these are kind of cool. I was doing these little end caps just to kind of make this like sloping brickwork not look too crap. But, I did them and I liked them at the time. I was like, oh, these are great. And then 2 seconds later, I'm like, nah, screw this. And I delete them. And I just go with a block, just a plain block. It's a similar color in the brickwork, and you know what? It worked because, it just looks great. Look at it. You've got that brick on the one side, you've got the standard colors on the either side to match the walls that I've got already, so it fit better, so much better. I'm happy with that. Now, I know this series is coming to an end, but if you do like what you see, please subscribe. I've got more coming up. I've got so many big plans, so many things coming. And if you like my work and you want early access to some of the assets that I have, then pop over to my Patreon to show your support. It'd be greatly appreciated, and I'll love you forever. And you get your name at the end of the video. That's the thing. Different tier sets get different things. You get your own business in one of my cities, you get all sorts of cool things. I also have a commission level as well, so if you want some assets, I do individual commissions as well, so if you want some custom assets. Now, I am working full-time at the moment, and it's finding time to do stuff. You may have noticed my upload schedule's not being as amazing as it normally is. I'm not doing stuff all the time, but I'm trying my best to get content out to you as soon as I can. Now, talking about content, Airports DLC, let's talk about it. I have it, obviously, why wouldn't I? I've not got any need to build an airport. I might do a random video where I just build an airport, because I think I can really build a big one and something cool and something amazing, but I'm not quite sure yet. I know everyone's doing these first look at airport DLC videos and all that stuff, and they're done to generate views and subs and likes and whatnot, and I get that. But I won't use it until I need it. Now, part of me, once I get Shigai up and running, wants to go back to my airport that I built before it was even announced and redo it. Now, if that's something you want to see, then let me know. And if you don't let me know, I'll probably do it anyway. because it was my idea. Once it got announced, I'd go back and I'd redo it, and I'd rehash it and stuff like that. And you know, I want to get into it and start doing it again, but I've got to get the season up and running first, or the save game. I keep saying season. I don't know why. I keep saying season. I'm watching too much shows. I think that's what it is. Too much TV, and it's always season. There's season 1, season 2, season 3. This isn't a season. This is a series of videos that I've done. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, get the series up and running, the save game working, I can get back into it and maybe redo that. Maybe do again a few videos where I go back into it and redo it. You know, reduce the amount of custom assets because I don't need them so much anymore with the vanilla ones. You know, I've seen what's in it. It's really, really cool. The only thing I don't like is the update of the trees. So when you put the trees over a road, it wants to replace them. That's cool for vanilla players, but it wants to do it to fences and paths and also and for detailers like myself, because I like to believe I'm a detailer. You might not, but I do. It's really annoying. So hopefully someone mod that up so there's a little switch or something like that. I know we've been talking to Q-Star and stuff like that, so fingers crossed. Now this is something really cool. I wanted to do like a modern art thing. It's like sculpture. A thing. It's a sculpture. Come on, man. But you know, I was playing about with shapes and things and I got these really cool textures from Z-Green. And they're so cool, they look amazing. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use them, I'm gonna do this cool thing, and I started off doing it. As you can see, they're quite bright, so I'll go in later on and I darken them, make them look a little nicer. Now they look really bright, but I've got pretty much all my graphics mods turned off at this point because it's easy to record without shadows flickering around and all sorts of stuff going on, CPU and GPU running crazy and burning and melting away. So it's just easier this way. But you know, cinematics at the end, you've seen my cinematics before, you know, pucker, they're all on, they look good. I think so. People always complain about my ambient occlusion, if I said that right. The AO, the black lines at the bottom of the stuff. People always complain about it. They always say, oh, you want to turn it down a little bit, turn it down. Nah, hard shadows, harsh. So I use the shadow strength mod. Harsh shadows. I love a hard shadow, like contrast. That's just me. When I used to do photography at college, I was the same, high contrast, and people used to complain about it, but I didn't care. I like it. And you know what? A lot of people do like it. A lot of people enjoy my series, so I can't really argue too much. Now I know I'm putting hedges down just to line the outside, but I just want to mention this. You see these benches here? These are so cool. They light up at night. And I thought that goes really well with this little sculpture that I've got here, and kind of adds to the look. Now, why would I have a sculpture on the train station? Why not? It looks cool. People want to come see it. Makes it a bit more busier. Now, again, something a little random. I'm going to put a little temple on this side. I know, right? But, you know, temples, they're everywhere. Why not have them on the train station? Just because I've got space, I might as well use it. Now, there's shops. There's shops at the bottom. It's a typical Japanese style train station where you can go in. Whole bottom floor is shops, goes on the ground, more shops, and then up in the train stations towards the top. So I wanted to use the outside and the top, the roof areas as it were, to kind of show a bit more, you know, detail and, you know, culture and stuff like that. And so I decided to do this little shrine area, and you know what? It works, it fits, it fills the space. All those things that I always say, but it does look good. Again, I think so. I do hope you do too, but you know, it's good. Now, these flags, I know they're Chinese. Before anyone says it, I know it's Chinese. But they look cool and they flap in the wind. I don't need to say any more than that, at least. Nope, I don't. I don't need to say any more than that. Now, building this area did take me a while to find the right type of grass that looked cool, set it to the right level, that type of thing. But, you know, it did it in the end. It looked alright. It kind of fit. So I can't really argue too much with that. I really love doing greenery. It's just, it can add so much to any city and anything like that. It just makes things pop, it makes things look more alive. There's something going on, there's so much you can do to really sort of bring it out, and I love doing it, and I do it a lot. And I'll just find a little area and I'll just build some weeds and stuff like that, and something a bit overgrowth, and you know what, I love it. It just looks so cool. It adds to the build and just makes it pop a little bit more. And you know what, I'm not even sorry that I'm doing it all the time, because it just looks amazing. Okay, now the temple's done, let's start putting some shops down. And I'm going to start with my Starbucks, my very traditional looking Starbucks. I love this building. It was a random thing I started ages ago and then I finished it. It's amazing. It is on my workshop, so feel free to go check it out. Got my lift because some people don't like to do stairs. Now me, I'm going upstairs all the time at the moment, trying to lose a few pounds, get a little slimmer, you know? So, yeah, stairs. But I've got an elevator for people who don't want to use it. Now, the elevator only goes up to this one level, so you still have to take the final stairs to get to the station. But that's cool. Now, I'm changing the asphalt colour. I didn't like it. I got bored of it. I wanted something a bit cooler. This area is quite arty, quite fancy looking and cool and abstract, and I wanted that to kind of continue throughout the whole build. So, changing the asphalt colour, add a bit more flair to it, as it were. Sticking in the, I mean, you know what? I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm putting down assets. Basically, I'm building up a Starbucks. That's done. Now I'm going to build the front area. Now, something to say about this front area. So, it's a train station, so we need parking. We need places for your bike if you don't want to take your bike on a train. A lot of people do, but in Japan, not so much because they're so busy. You just wouldn't be able to take the bike on the train. I mean, where are you going to put it? So, you know, you don't see so many of them. So, lovely bike racks set up all ready. Now, I recorded this video before the new ones came out, but even though the new ones are amazing, and they really are, and mate, you are a legend for all the assets you make, I love these old ones. I think they look really cool. They really nice to fit the area, so I love them and I use them absolutely everywhere. And of course, vending machines, because why not? Now, I've realised I've been speaking for the majority of this video, which is weird for me, but today was one of those days where I just wanted to talk. With that in mind, the end of the video is coming up. I've just got a bit of detailing to do and a few little bits around. So, you know, seriously guys, thank you so much for joining me today in Shigai. It's the last one for a while and I apologise for that, but I'm working on it. Go and check out my update video. You can see exactly what happened. It wasn't fun to deal with, but I don't think it's the fault of what I did. I think it's something else and a combination of things, but I will sort it out and I will get back into here. I will build that Tokyo University build that I promised you at the beginning of this I would do. I'm really tempted to go back in and rebuild my airport because I can now. So I really want to go in there and do that. But seriously though, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been great as always. I really enjoy making this. If you've liked it, please hit the thumbs up. Press the subscribe button if you're new. And if you're a regular and not subscribed, like a lot of you are, consider pressing subscribe. Patrons down below if you wish to support me, along with my workshop links. It's been emotional as always. Have yourself a lovely day, and I'll see you next time in wherever I end up.